Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Why did Sophia Bush's Erin Lindsay leave Chicago PD? Chicago PD fans are curious to know why Sophia Bush, who portrayed Erin Lindsay in the show, left after the season 4 finale. Introduced in 2015, she is a detective who played a prominent role in the Chicago Police Department's intelligence unit. However, her questionable actions in season 4 put her beloved job at risk, leading to her departure. Here's the reason behind Bush's Erin Lindsay exit from Chicago PD. When and why did Sophia Bush's Erin Lindsay leave Chicago PD? There are several factors involved in Bush's departure from Chicago PD, including abusive behavior on set, weather conditions, and toxic culture taking a toll on mental and physical well-being. Previously, Bush appeared on Armchair Expert, detailing her reasons for calling it quits from Chicago PD. She said she worried that her exit might lead to others being unemployed. However, she eventually decided to quit. It has to stop, everything stops. I quit because what I've learned is I've been so programmed to be a good girl, and to be a workhorse, and to be a tugboat that I have always prioritized tugging the ship for the crew, for the show, for the group, ahead of my own health, the actor shared. She also opened up about her struggles of working outside in Chicago, sharing her concerns about the freezing temperature, which was literally 30 degrees below zero. She reportedly claimed that her bosses asked her to remain tight-lipped, otherwise it would cost everyone's job. Although she didn't reveal any names, she did mention facing consistent onslaught barrage of abusive behavior on set. Additionally, she shared that no one came to help her while she was experiencing assaults in a room full of people. In the season 4 finale, Erin Lindsay's character is ultimately written off as she is removed from her position following her extreme behavior with a criminal in the interrogation room. She said her goodbyes to the intelligence unit and got accepted into the FBI. Sophia Bush's portrayal of Erin Lindsay on Chicago PD left an indelible mark on viewers, cementing the character as one of the most compelling figures in the One Chicago universe. Lindsay was tough yet vulnerable, grappling with a tumultuous past while striving to carve out a future as a dedicated member of the intelligence unit. However, her sudden departure in season 4 left fans both heartbroken and curious. Why did Lindsay leave Chicago PD? The answer lies in a mixture of fictional narrative and behind-the-scenes realities. Lindsay's arc, a roller coaster of redemption. Erin Lindsay was introduced in Chicago Fire before transitioning to Chicago PD as part of Hank Voight's elite team. Voight, a morally complex character, served as a surrogate father to Lindsay, pulling her out of a life of crime and addiction as a teenager. Their bond was the backbone of her story, with Voight's unwavering belief in Lindsay often steering her away from self-destruction. Throughout her tenure, Lindsay's storylines were intense and emotionally charged, from confronting her estranged mother Bunny, whose manipulative tendencies often reopened old wounds, to navigating her on-again, off-again romance with Jay Halstead. Lindsay was a layered character. She was haunted by her past yet fiercely loyal to her team, always willing to go the extra mile for justice, even if it meant bending the rules. By season 4, however, Lindsay's struggles began to escalate. Her mother's involvement in a murder case and Lindsay's own defiance of protocol placed her career in jeopardy. Voight's influence could only protect her for so long, and Lindsay's internal demons seemed poised to overtake her. The stage was set for a dramatic exit. The fictional goodbye. A job in New York. Lindsay's departure came in the season 4 finale, Fork in the Road. After covering for her mother in a criminal investigation, Lindsay found herself at odds with the system she once fought to uphold. When the fallout threatened her career, a lifeline arrived in the form of a job offer with the FBI's counterterrorism unit in New York. It was a fresh start, away from the chaos of Chicago and her troubled past. Her final scene with Voight was gut-wrenching. As the father-daughter duo stood on opposite sides of a tumultuous goodbye, Voight urged Lindsay to take the job. It was a bittersweet moment that encapsulated their relationship. Voight letting go of the person he saved, trusting her to save herself. Lindsay accepted the offer, walking away from the intelligence unit and the life she had known. Behind the scenes, Sophia Bush's reasons for leaving. While the fictional departure was carefully crafted, the real-life reasons behind Sophia Bush's exit were more complex. In 2017, Bush revealed that she chose to leave Chicago PD due to a toxic work environment. Though she did not initially elaborate, later interviews shed light on her experiences on set, which contributed to her decision to walk away from the show. Bush has always been outspoken about standing up for her values, and her departure was no different. She explained that the physical and emotional toll of working on the show, coupled with a workplace culture that she felt was unsupportive, led her to reassess her priorities. In an interview with Dax Shepard's Armchair Expert podcast, Bush disclosed that she had given notice during Season 3, ultimately deciding to honor her contract through Season 4 before departing. One key factor she mentioned was the grueling nature of filming in Chicago's harsh winters, which impacted her health. However, the underlying issue was more systemic. Bush described advocating for safer and more equitable working conditions, only to face resistance. Her decision to leave was both personal and professional, reflecting her commitment to her well-being and principles. Impact on the show and fans. Lindsay's exit left a void in Chicago PD that was hard to fill. The character had been a cornerstone of the series, and her departure shifted the dynamics within the intelligence unit. Jay Halstead, her partner and love interest, struggled to move on, his heartbreak mirroring that of fans. Meanwhile, Voight's protective instincts turned toward other team members, though none could replicate his bond with Lindsay. From a storytelling perspective, Lindsay's absence allowed the show to explore new directions. It introduced fresh characters, such as Haley Upton, who eventually stepped into a similar role within the team. However, comparisons to Lindsay were inevitable, and her legacy continued to loom large over the series. For fans, the loss of Erin Lindsay was deeply felt. Her journey from a troubled youth to a respected officer was inspiring, and her flaws made her relatable. Many viewers admired Lindsay's resilience and strength, seeing her as a symbol of hope and redemption. Sophia Bush's next chapter. After leaving Chicago PD, Bush focused on projects that aligned with her values. She took on roles in shows like Surveillance and Good Sam, where she could have more creative control. Beyond acting, Bush became an outspoken advocate for social justice, environmental causes, and workplace equity. Her activism underscored her belief in using her platform for positive change, a trait that endeared her to fans even more. Bush's departure from Chicago PD was not the end of her career, but rather the beginning of a new chapter. Her willingness to prioritize her principles over professional convenience resonated with many, reinforcing her status as a role model both on and off screen. Could Lindsay return? One question that lingers in the minds of fans is whether Erin Lindsay might return to Chicago PD someday. While there has been no official indication of a comeback, the door remains open within the One Chicago universe. Lindsay's move to the FBI was not a death sentence for the character, and her ties to Voight and Halstead offer potential avenues for re-entry. Sophia Bush, however, has expressed little interest in revisiting the role. Her decision to leave was rooted in deep-seated issues, and unless those concerns were addressed, it seems unlikely that she would return. Still, the world of television is full of surprises, and fans continue to hold out hope for a reunion. A lasting legacy. Erin Lindsay's departure from Chicago PD marked the end of an era, but her impact on the show and its viewers remains undeniable. Through her struggles and triumphs, Lindsay embodied the complexities of redemption, loyalty, and resilience. Her storylines were a testament to the power of second chances, and her absence continues to be felt years later. For Sophia Bush, leaving Chicago PD was a courageous decision that underscored her commitment to authenticity and integrity. Both the character and the actor left a legacy of strength, reminding fans that sometimes walking away is the bravest choice of all.